I'm Larry Bird.
Janelle Sanders.
James McAdams.
Linda McAdams.
I'm Rachel Lyons, and I will be giving my presentation today on the value systems and economic institutions in Italy. We'll start with the value systems. They're comprised of several different areas, mainly education, women in business, and the Italians' perceptions of Americans. For the education systems, it is very similar to our education systems here. I do find that Italy is a bit stricter on how they run their colleges, and well, from high school on up actually. They do tend to spend a little longer in school than we do here. But the plus is they have an Erasmus program over there, which is for foreigners to come in and join their colleges, and they actually get accepted faster than their own people. So they have a couple of universities there. There's two of them in particular. The University of, that looks like Bologna to me, but I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. It ranks in the top 200 of the world universities, and it's the only Italian university to do so. And it's also the oldest, formed back in 1088. The second one is Bocconi, and it's in Milan, and it's ranked in the top 20 best schools for business in Italy. And it's also the best value for like what you're going to get, and that's in Forbes magazine. As far as women in business go, Italy is just now getting on board with this. Their new prime minister, who happens to be the youngest prime minister they've ever had, his name is Matteo Renzi, and he has decided to try to bring the country forward, considering they're just coming out of a huge financial crisis for the entire country right now. And he's decided to promote 3 women to the top positions at the 3 major companies in all of Italy. It is a like their electric company, which I guess would be compared to our energy, but bigger, you know, like what we have here. Also, their steelworks. Italy is known for their mechanics and things like that. And the one to note is a lady named Emma Marciala, and she is known as Italy's Iron Lady, kind of like Britain's Iron Lady that recently passed away. And she's been actually promoted to the very top position at one of their major companies, Eni. And Matteo is just really hoping to kind of shake things up and get things moving in a good direction. The banks over there are having problems lending money to businesses to get them started and going and kind of pick the pieces up. So he's hoping, I think, to help to rebuild the whole system as a whole. Italy and American relations. Italy and America are very, very close to one another. Italy is the biggest pro-American nation out there. They back each other in every way, shape, or form. They did have one snafu back in the 1940s, and it was a lynching in Louisiana, which I thought was really interesting to be here that it was done. Some Sicilians got hanged for some wrongdoings, and I really think in the end they found out they were innocent. So it took a while for Italy and America to rebuild their friendship, but they're back on a good standing now, and we share a lot of close ties with them, and I think the biggest one that makes things work is our cultural ties, because their culture and our culture is very similar in how we work things and how our families are run and so forth, so I think that's why they can come together so well. We're going to move over now to the economic institutions, and basically this explains to you how business in Italy works, like from the top to the bottom, how the companies will work together. And Italy has trade unions just like here in the United States. The only difference is they have more trade unions than any other nation out there. They also have the majority of their members of their trade unions are comprised of retired individuals, which is way different from here. Most of our trade union members are active working members of society. And then going on to how business is actually run over there, it's very important for Americans who are trying to move into Italy's economy and marketplace to understand that the way Italy's businesses are run are from a family perspective. It's not like here where we have the people from starting like at the top, from the CEOs to our janitor workers, 9 times out of 10, they don't know each other. They don't socialize outside the office. In Italy, it's run as a family. I mean, from top to bottom, it's on a family standpoint. And the only way to move up in these companies is really by who you know. You're not going to get higher up if you're not like really close to a certain family member, or you don't know them at all. You're not going to really get anywhere their decisions are not made in a boardroom like here, like we have the big CEOs and they all have these huge executive meetings over there. They basically iron out their differences in their living room. So that's extremely different of how the corporations here work. Communication over there is quite differently as well, the way their meetings are run. I mean, they do have meetings, but it's not uncommon for somebody to take a phone call in the middle of a meeting and not excuse themselves from the room. They'll sit right there at the table and carry on about their business. Being late for a meeting, it's not a big deal either. You walk in 15, 20 minutes late, the meeting's already started without you, and you just better catch up. I mean, that's the way it goes. They also don't utilize business plans. Here in America, you have to, if you want to start a business and you want a small loan or anything along those lines, you have to come up with a business plan and come forth in front of a board of like a bank and explain to them why your business would work. Over there, they have no idea what business plans are for the most part, and they are more on like their spontaneity and creativity. They just prefer to kind of go with the flow, and if something happens, they figure out how to fix it and just move on. Which is extremely different like from how we work. So in conclusion, basically socialization is a huge thing, and I mean you need to be in the big social circle over there to get your business off the ground, to move into their marketplace, and really hope for the best to run a business over there if you're American, or really from any other country. I mean, that's just how they do their business. Any questions? Anybody?